Hi everyone. How was my last tutorial part about the weekly adverbs of frequency in the German language? Do write your reviews in the comments section. Now in this last tutorial part, I will show you the daily adverbs of frequency in the German language. So moving on, the adverbs of frequency are still definite adverbs of frequency because not only did the weekly adverbs of frequency in my previous tutorial part were showing how frequently an action is done within a certain time period, but also these daily adverbs of frequency will show you how frequently some action or activity is done within a certain time period. That is why they are called definite adverbs of frequency. And the daily adverbs of frequency are tägliche Häufigkeitsadverbien. Now, as I just mentioned some time ago that the days of the week are changed to adverbs by making the first letter of the word small and adding an S at the end of the word. In the same way, it is done with changing the time of the day to an adverb. When the time of the day is changed to an adverb, then these times of the day become the daily adverbs of frequency. But before seeing how these are converted to adverbs, I am going to introduce you to the times of the day. Now, time of the day in German is die Tageszeit. A compound noun which is made up of die Tage, which are days. Singular form is der Tag. But for this compound noun, we are combining die Tage with the noun die Zeit, which is time. And the S is used to combine these two nouns. So it becomes die Tageszeit. Time of the day is die Tageszeit, and times of the day is die Tageszeiten in plural. So we have morning, which is der Morgen. Note that I will now be mentioning the articles with the times of the days. So yes, the times of the days also have their articles because after all, like the days of the week and other nouns in the German language, these times of the day are nouns also. So Morning is interestingly masculine and it is der Morgen. Then we have morning, which is usually considered as per the German Tageszeiten from 6 in the morning to 10 o'clock. Then we have the pre-noon time, which is from 10 to 12 o'clock. And this pre-noon is the word der Vormittag. And yes, once again, the pre-noon is a masculine noun. Then we have der Mittag, which is the midday. So actually, der Mittag comes from two nouns, die Mitte, which is the middle, and der Tag, which is the day. So when we cut short this noun and remove the last T and E, we just combine Tag with mit and it becomes Mittag. So the middle of the day, which is noon in English. And this is also a masculine noun, der Mittag. Then we have der Nachmittag, the afternoon, again a masculine noun. And note at this point that the way to remember Vormittag and Nachmittag. The three-letter word vor means before. So the time of the day before noon is pre-noon. So that is how you can remember Vormittag. Then this four-letter word nach can have many meanings in the German language, but in this context, nach is after. So after midday is afternoon. So this is how you can remember this word, Nachmittag. So Mittag is between 12 to 2 o'clock and Nachmittag is between 2 to 6 o'clock. Then we have Abend, der Abend, again a masculine noun. The evening, which is from 6 o'clock to 10 o'clock. And last of all, we have die Nacht, which is the night. And this time, night is with the article die. So yes, it is a feminine noun. And Nacht is between 10 o'clock to 6 o'clock in the morning. Now, before these first 5 nouns, morgen till Abend, we will use the preposition to mean in that particular time of the day. So, now does not mean on, but used with the times of the day means in that time of the day. So am Morgen means in the morning. Am Vormittag means in the pre-noon. Am Mittag means in the noon. etc. But there is an exception because we do not use with Nacht. For that, we will use the preposition in with the article der. In the night will be in der Nacht. Now, why we use der, I will explain later on as you cover with me a new grammar case which I have not covered in my previous tutorials. So you have just covered the nominative and accusative grammar cases. But yes, since it is an exception, you have to remember that the preposition in is used and the article takes the form der. So for the time, you have to remember it like this, in der Nacht. Now, when we are converting these times of the day to adverbs, we shorten the first letter and add an S at the end of the word. Morgen becomes morgens. Vormittag becomes vormittags. Mittag becomes mittags. Nachmittag becomes nachmittags. Abend becomes abends. And Nacht becomes nachts. Once again, before the adverbs, you will not use the preposition because morgens automatically means in the mornings. Vormittags already means in the pre-noons or in the pre-noon time. Mittags already means in the noons. Now moving on, let's have a look at how these daily adverbs of frequency are positioned in the German sentences and questions. So once again, you will note that the daily adverbs of frequency are positioned in the German sentences and questions just like the weekly adverbs of frequency and also just like the adverbs of time that I mentioned in my previous tutorial. So the first possibility is after the main conjugated verb in a sentence. Example without negation, Beispiel ohne Negation. Raucht morgens Zigaretten. He smokes cigarettes in the mornings. There is a new verb here and a new noun also. So first of all, the new verb is a regular verb and it is rauchen, to smoke. And one cigarette is die Zigarette, plural die Zigaretten. Like this. Example with negation. Er raucht morgens keine Zigaretten. He does not smoke any cigarettes in the mornings. Now, the negation word kein is used because generally nouns have the negation word kein coming before them. It is with the ending e because this is a plural noun, and also rauchen is not just a regular verb but also a verb that uses the German accusative case. Then we have the possible positioning of the daily adverbs of frequency at the beginning of a sentence. Example without negation, Beispiel ohne Negation. Nachts lese ich ein Buch. So I read a book at nights or in the nights. Beispiel mit Negation, example with negation. Nachts lese ich kein Buch. I do not read a book in the nights. Lesen is an irregular verb, and I have covered it in my previous tutorials. Also, Buch is das Buch, and kein will be written as it is when it comes before a neutral noun like this. And also, because lesen is also not just an irregular verb but uses the accusative case in the German language. And last of all, we have the positioning of the daily adverbs of frequency after the personal pronoun in a German question. Beispiel ohne Negation, example without negation. Arbeitest du täglich im Garten? Do you work daily in the garden? So this time I'm using the word daily instead of the times of the day. But the times of the day, if used instead of this word, will come in this position also. Then example with negation, Beispiel mit Negation. Arbeitest du nicht täglich im Garten? Do you not work daily in the garden? So that was all for today. Any questions related to this entire tutorial, you can ask in the comment section. Please like my videos and continue watching the tutorials. Also, do not forget to subscribe to German Tutorials for Beginners and share my channel's name and link with your friends. Thank you.